On behalf of President Reagan, congratulations to the officers, men and women of the United States Armed Forces on the speed and efficiency with which you have carried out the first leg of Reforger 87. You're the first of 35,000 U.S. troops to arrive from America. Your extensive preparations are now behind you. The challenges of the 19th Reforger lie ahead. This is the largest Reforger ever. You will join with other U.S. forces in Europe and those of our NATO allies and hosts who are also providing logistic support for this unified operation. Your equipment is pre-positioned here in the Netherlands and elsewhere. In field training exercise Certain Strike, over 75,000 troops will be deployed in West Germany from the Netherlands, Belgium, the United Kingdom, France, the Federal Republic of Germany, and the United States. You will also be provided multinational air support. Reforger 87 demonstrates the resolve of the NATO allies in Europe and America to defend our common freedoms and values on short notice with massive unified force. It demonstrates the commitment of the United States to defend Europe with American soldiers on European soil if necessary. Twice before in this century we have done so, and we are prepared to do so again. The steadfastness of the NATO alliance in meeting the threat of the Soviet SS-20 missiles is now bearing fruit in Geneva. Progress is being made on the first nuclear arms reduction agreement. Let there also be no doubt that the NATO alliance is determined to meet the serious threat presented by the considerable conventional forces in the East. Reforger 87 and your presence here today testify to that determination. We are indebted to Dutch Minister of Defense Van Ekelen for his leadership and direction of this major joint effort in the Netherlands. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I announce now Dr. Van Ekelen, Minister of Defense of the Netherlands.
Soldiers of the United States Army, welcome to the Netherlands. Welcome on behalf of the government and the people of the Netherlands. Many of you just made their first steps on the European continent. Since you have left home, events moved quickly for you. And in the train of events ahead of you, your stay in the Netherlands will only be a brief encounter. A brief encounter also with our weather. Your presence on Dutch soil is significant because here the main equipment of your units is being stored. The importance of your presence, however, is the demonstration by the United States Army of its readiness to deploy forces in support of NATO at very short notice. This is essential to the quality of NATO defense and our deterrent posture. Reforger is a demonstration of the political willingness of your government to contribute to the joint effort of all NATO members to guarantee the security of Europe as part of the free world. Twice, the United States came to the rescue of Europe after the world was set ablaze. Exercises like Reforger demonstrate our capability to to mobilize quickly so that no aggressor can hope to achieve easy success at our expense. Possibly only a few of you will have the opportunity to meet their Dutch colleagues. The many Dutch soldiers who prepared your activities in the Netherlands will stay in the background. They belong to the Army Staff and the National Territorial Command, which is in charge of all arrangements in the framework of the lines of communications. I hope you will enjoy your stay in the Netherlands and wish you a very instructive exercise together with the other Allied forces joining you. All the best and take care. Thank you. We have quite a few women in the American forces, I think. Yeah, we are trying to increase the number a bit, but we don't always find them.
I'm sorry. 8 minuten binnen. Dank u wel. Je moet dus met mijn Joost praten, voor mij kon hij natuurlijk wel voorbij gaan.
Colonel's ook binnen.
Wat is het?
Colonel's.
But what we're looking for is the Geneva Convention.
Just leave it blank.
Just my outlook.
Nou, want ik kon er net een sergeant erbij gestopt. En ik vroeg ze dat over het eten, want er had één volgende. Ja, wel.
I would be on the next plane out.
But you're on course.
No, they would send me back. Probably they wouldn't talk to me again.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
We'll try and
You
reach
sent it?
UCOM and
Okay,
USERA.
but you've gone to 21st
Yes,
Upcom
sir.
already, and that's gone and received?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now you're still trying to get UCOM and USER. If you need to get a hold of someone at UCOM or USER, touch base with, for UCOM, Major Crampton, okay? And for,
Gave me this number.
okay, then let him know that you're having some problems getting through to them. And 3 days we've used all that I've
Because it
requested.
is hot, the weather is very warm and everybody drinks.
Good morning, gentlemen. Well, the uniform is British, the name is English, the exercise is American or US, and I'm sitting here surrounded by Dutch officers, and I call myself a NATO officer. And perhaps I should, that's a starter, saying that this is what NATO is all about. It's very much international cooperation. Just to say, Certain Strike is the field training portion of exercise Reforger. Starts on the 14th of September, goes on to the 24th. Takes place in Niedersachsen in West Germany. So I'm from headquarters Northag, and first of all, I'm sure that not all of you will know what Northag is. So excuse me if you do know, but I'll just give a very quick introduction. Northag is NATO's Northern Army Group, and in the Northern Army Group there are 4 corps, and it's based, or its area is Northern Germany. The 4 corps include the 1st Dutch Corps, the 1st Belgian, the 1st British, and the 1st German Corps. And the area is roughly from Hamburg down to Kassel, and then from the inner German border back to the Netherlands and the Belgian border. The task of Northern Army Group is to maintain the integrity of NATO's boundaries. Northag has been involved for the last 2 years, along with headquarters US Army in Europe, in Heidelberg. And during the exercise, Northag is controlling the exercise. The exercise director is Commander Northern Army Group, General Sir Martin Farndale. So 78,300 personnel involved from those nations, 11,100 from the Netherlands. The number of vehicles, tanks, artillery and helicopters there. This equates roughly to the German army exercise 2 years ago called Trutziger Sachsen. Obviously you're well aware 3 US Corps have arrived from the States and are arriving now. They move from here into an area around Munster called the staging area. And that's where they hold themselves prior to the exercise and prepare themselves for the exercise. And then, as the exercise progresses, the exercise actually starts, and 3 US Corps is here in the staging area. And once the exercise has started, we find 3 US Corps moves up into the exercise area, and then the exercise continues within the FTX area.
Major Shakespeare, thank you very much.
Okay, pleasure.
And also you, thank you very much for your presence here.
I'm Colonel George Kane, Chief of Public Affairs for the U.S. Army's Military Traffic Management Command. We're here today in the port of Rotterdam, where we have begun discharge this morning of the first of 4 U.S. naval vessels that are bringing Reforger equipment from the United States to Europe for participation in the 19th annual Reforger exercise. The vessel we're on now was loaded first in Beaumont, Texas on the 13th and 14th of August, picked up additional cargo on the 19th of August in Baltimore, sailed for Europe on the 19th, and arrived here last night. On board the vessel we have some 1,267 pieces of equipment, most of which are wheeled vehicles and their trailers. We do have 30 pieces of tracked equipment and no helicopters on this vessel. The helicopters will all arrive on the 3rd and 4th vessels.
Major van der Lauw will report you that all personnel from visitors and press center is ready and waiting for your orders. Very well. Thank you. Thank you.
Attention to orders. Department of the Army, U.S. Army Military Personnel Center, order number 82-50, dated 31 July 1987. The Secretary of the Army has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional excellence of Slayton C. Shaw. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated leadership potential and dedicated service to the United States Army, he is therefore promoted to the grade of Sergeant First Class. By order of the Secretary of the Army, Wayne H. Morris, Lieutenant Colonel.
The honor that we have in the United States military to be with you in sharing our pride in promoting Sergeant First Class Shaw, United States Army, is really an occasion that none of us will forget. It is also a great honor for us to be present for the remainder of the ceremony, and especially, I know, for the proud family of our new Lieutenant DeBlanc. I know that is a great honor.
Ik beloof trouw aan de koningin.
Ik beloof trouw aan de koningin.
Gehoorzaamheid aan de wetten.
Gehoorzaamheid aan de wetten.
En onderwerping aan de krijgstucht.
En onderwerping aan de krijgstucht.
Dat beloof ik.
Dat beloof ik.
Dank u wel. Fellow soldiers from the United States, you just witnessed the solemn promise token from the Second Lieutenant DeBlanc. The formula consists of 3 elements: loyalty to the Queen, obedience to the law, and submission to the military law. In short, I'll highlight one of these elements. That is the first and main part, loyalty to the Queen. This does not mean loyalty to the Queen in person, but loyalty to the Queen in a high function of symbol of our monarchy based on a constitution and practiced as a parliamentary democracy.
Nederlands personeel, op de plaats. Luitenant de Blanc, uittreden. Kunt u met de familie voegen naar de officiersmast. Muziek graag. Watch out, Phil. Put the money away. Here comes your camera behind you. Hey, right here, right here.
The males, grab your bags. Get right by the end of the blue building and stand past at the door there. Sergeant Grimes will pick you up.
I'm ready. Ready?
Well, that's time to go. Good.
We have to come back. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, they're ready. Everyone's decent, so.
All right. We have
190 cents. 740, yeah?
Yeah.
87 is the largest Reforger exercise ever. For the 300th Area Support Group and its capstone units, this is a great opportunity to demonstrate that our training at home has prepared us to execute our mobilization mission here in the Netherlands. Scores of active Army National Guard and Army Reserve units and thousands of soldiers are depending on us to move them and their equipment quickly and safely through the Netherlands to the Federal Republic of Germany. Many people of the Netherlands, our host nation, are working side by side with us to make Reforger 87 a success. We can learn much from this shared experience about them and their great country. As soldiers of this command, you will spend long hours through many days during this exercise putting your military training into practice.
See the plus? That's the minus side. See the plus?
I don't see the plus.
Plus is on the
Plus, I hear.
plus.
See, it should be on top.
Plus right there.
Okay.
See your plus, undo that one.
Plus or the minus? The minus. Can't even figure it out.
All right, do one of them. One don't do without the other.
In a second. I'm gonna take both sides because you got 24 volts. You still
Yeah, you better take both of them loose.
you still got 12 going now.
How you doing, sir? Are you where nobody leaves? Nobody leaves.
Uitgaat met een gewonde Amerikaan.
Heer Alfa, er gaat nu een auto door jullie verkeerssluis met een gewonde Amerikaan. Dus die moet je er wel doorheen kunnen laten. Oké. Is dat goed?
Ja.
first shift?
Excuse me. Again. All right.
Morning, good to see you.
Equipment on the road already.
Yes, it's moving out very quickly.
Yeah.
So things are going very well.
Did the ship arrive on time or late
It
last night?
arrived, yes, it arrived last night at about 10:30.
Yeah.
And the offloading started promptly, and things have been happening very well.
Good, yes. And while at sea, people had done already quite a bit of work on the
Well,
on the
we
vehicles.
we do have people aboard the ship. They're called supercargoes, but
and a very good demonstration too that it's possible.
Very good
to do it like that.
demonstration.
Yes.
And,
And politically very significant. I mean that this commitment that it's realistic.
Yes.
Yes.
And we had a very good cooperation.
Yes. At least we see. Yes.
The cooperation between American civilians and the American military at the ports, and the Dutch civilians and the terminal operations people here, and the American military, and the cooperation. And so there is so much cooperation in making something like this successful. It doesn't happen by accident.
No. But fortunately, Rotterdam is fairly international. I think they're used to American ships docking here. Yeah. Okay. Well, shall we have a look?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Sam, we were going to take a
Colonel Sella was going to take him around.
Yes. And here he comes. Here is Colonel Sella.
Oh yeah. And you added this door.
That's why we added a slide port on both sides and effective at 3 sections of the ship. Forward of the house, you have general cargo. In the midship section, from house to house, basically roll on roll. We have 6 decks. They put the decks in, so we roll the cargo off. Then after the house, we have general cargo that is loaded in sheds, sea sheds, and maybe a deck. We open, we can take a look at it. And then we have a helo deck for helo operations. And
That's a bit the idea of the aircraft.
Yes, sir. They would provide the aircraft plane.
These I don't need.
This one here. Yeah, we'll go.
Where's the board at? Gaan jullie binnen doen? Vragen je mee, ik ben dat proberen. Wanneer je met je paspoort naar binnen gaat, voor inschrijven.